Hi, I'm going to show you how to play a power chord, which is a very simple version of a chord. Obviously a chord is when you play on the guitar more than one string at the same time, but it can be as simple as two strings. And that's what I'm going to show you today, just a two-note power chord, and I'll do another video where it extends to three before we get to strumming the whole thing. So for a power chord, what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose any fret on the E string, okay? And just for now, I'm going to use the third fret. So there I am on fret 1, 2, 3 of the E string, and I'm with my first finger, okay? I'm going to now use my little finger to play a note that is on the next string, the A string, 2 frets higher than my first finger. So that is on fret 3, so that means my little finger is going on to fret 5, okay? So I'm on the E and the A string, fret 3 and fret 5. And all I'm going to do is, there's a number of ways to do this. You can kind of pinch the strings to play the two strings together with your thumb and finger. Or you can push your finger through those two strings, or your thumb, as long as you're not really catching the other strings. You just want the sound of the two strings you're playing on. So straight away you've got a chord. In this case it's a G chord. My first finger is on G, and this is a G chord. If I move my finger 1 fret higher, both fingers, so I'm now on 4 of the E, 6 of the A, that's a G sharp chord. My first finger on G sharp, I've got a G sharp chord, okay? And wherever you move this, you just keep that 2 fret, 1 string difference between your fingers, and you get a chord anywhere on the neck. It might take a bit of time to get used to locking your hand into that shape and moving it between frets with both fingers moving together. And of course, because the frets get closer together and smaller up high, your fingers are actually changing position slightly, and when you come down here, there's a bigger stretch. But generally, if you keep that shape locked in, you're going to be able to play any chord anywhere up the neck. And the same is true if you do that on the A string. So I'm going to start with my first finger, let's go to fret 3 again, on the A this time, and 2 frets across, 1 string underneath. I'm going to put my little finger, and now I have to be a bit more careful to only play those 2 strings. I don't want to catch the E string. I'm using the A and the D string, okay? Fret 3, fret 5 of the D. And again, I can move that around. And once I get used to that, I can move between the E shape, starting on the E string, and the A shape, where I start on the A string. Okay? And if you know the chords you want to play, let's say they're, for example, they're A and D and E, then I just find an A with that first finger, put on the little finger to make the power chord shape, and I've got an A chord. Underneath is a D chord, fret 5 of the A is a D. And then if I move that 2 frets higher, I've got the E chord. Okay, so that shape is just going to be a very easy shortcut to finding any chords anywhere on the neck. And the great thing about power chords as well is that they don't really distinguish between major and minor. So you can play A minor or A major. There, it's not really either chord, or it's both. Okay, so your job is just to get those fingers locked in and practice moving it around. Good luck.